Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Ah, y'all better be glad Attorney Mom is going back to work. Y'all better be glad. Y'all better be glad. Okay? Y'all better be glad. But believe me, I'm still working on what I'm supposed to be working on. But anyway, as an attorney, you know the level of racism I have to go through. It from being not paid my worth, okay? From not getting promotions that I clearly deserve, for not getting jobs that I clearly deserve. But I've always didn't care. I didn't care because I enjoyed what I did. And now that after being away for 11 years alone, thinking, um, dealing with a lot of stuff and being back outside, I don't like what I see. Justice have been very slow. Sometimes we get it, most times we don't. And it was shocking yesterday because to now find out that it wasn't an all white jury, but they were people who have from Asian descent, which brings even some things. Things are calculated. I'm serious because, but the people that were outside in front were Caucasian. We really have to develop a code and operate by it. And understand a lot of the people who are now, oh, Malcolm is wonderful, Khalid Muhammad is wonderful, Malcolm X was wonderful. Their parents and grandparents weren't out there in the streets banging. It was always been a small number. God's never, even in the Bible, never had to deal with masses. And he has remnants set up in every location. And justice will be served. Justice, is not going to come down here and get justice for it. He sets his people in place. And that's how we get justice. Prayer should only be to keep you within the will of God. Prayer should never be used as a replacement for action when you have the ability to make change. The serenity prayer. I got this off of Amazon. And it says, I love this prayer. Serenity, to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can. And the wisdom to know the difference. That should be our prayer every day. Lord, let me know the things that we can change. We can change our behavior. We can change our thoughts. But we can't change other people. They have to want to change. The Bible tells us, seek and we shall find. Knock and it shall be open. The problem I had with the whole entire case is the way it was presented and the way it was defended. And I hope the Anthonys learn from this. You may be educated. You may live in a a predominantly white neighborhood. But remember what Muhammad Ali told me in 2001, still a nigger. That don't mean you are one, but this is how people perceive you. So because they perceive you in that manner, you got to move smart. Read the book of Esther. Kids are going to start killing them. We heard that the meth cat allegedly beat their father's ass and broke his arm. Their seed is going to turn against them. You ain't have to raise one hand. All we have to do is stay in the perfect will of God. And what he tells us to do, we do. It's just that simple. We are to put our talent, our wisdom, our intellect, everything before his feet and say, use me. That's humility. Prayer shouldn't be you telling God what to do. Prayer should be you allowing God to tell you what to do. Don't think this is over. God hates injustice. And the measure that you judge other people shall be given unto you. For so long, people have come to this country and have been indoctrinated with colonialism and racism. They come in. Where'd they get it from? Who taught them that? But they come and they set up shop in our community. They come and set up shop. And don't respect us, but respect our dollars, but want our dollars. We got to be smarter. Look, I'm going with the short hair. Thank God my edges start going back in. No weaves, no wigs. I want to buy a wig so bad. I might buy this one more wig. But first, I'm going to look up who owns the company. I'm going to make sure I look up every time before I purchase something. Some companies we can't avoid. The some we can. And we gotta be disciplined and put pleasure aside for a little while to send a message. It's always boycotting has always been effective. Not getting out in the street yelling and cussing and yelling in the cop's face. No. Because no. It is getting in there and withholding your dollars. That's the only thing capitalism honors and respect. Is the almighty dollar. So we have to say, okay, let's make sure our dollars circulate 15 times before it leaves. That's not racist. That's just doing what everybody else do. And for those of you black people holler, victimization, you idiots. Is it victimization when our Jewish brothers bring up the Holocaust that did not take place on this soil, that took place in Germany? Is it victimization for them to remember that? I'm talking to these black Negroes. Stand down, everybody else. I ain't talking to you. Y'all take care of your own people, your own y'all take it. I'm just talking about the conservative black folks that insist on doing these talking point USA talking points. Is it victimization for Israel, for Jews, Caucasian Jews, to reiterate the Holocaust that took place in Germany? No, it's not victimization. They want to make sure that don't happen to them again. We should be the same. We should do the same. Make sure on this soil. I just think that when you look at the people who perpetuate racism in this country, just check out their names. I'm done.